The entire ballroom fell silent. Every smile disappeared. Every whisper stopped. All eyes turned toward the grand entrance. The woman standing there didn't look nervous. She didn't look surprised. She looked like she belonged there. Slowly, she stepped inside. Her black gown moved gracefully with every step, and the golden lights of the ballroom seemed to follow her. Emma stood beside Sophia, confused by the sudden silence. A moment ago, everyone had been clapping. A moment ago, she had been welcomed into the Bennett family, but now, it felt like the entire room was holding its breath. The woman stopped a few steps away from Sophia. A small smile appeared on her face. "Long time no see, Sophia." Sophia didn't answer. She only stared at her, for the first time since Emma had met her. Sophia Bennett looked completely speechless. Emma quietly looked between the two women. Sophia's face had changed. It wasn't anger. It wasn't fear. It was something deeper. Something Emma couldn't understand. Emma's heart tightened. Who was this woman? Around them, guests immediately began whispering, I thought she disappeared. Why is she here?" Victoria's expression changed too. Even grandfather stopped smiling for a moment, but then he slowly returned to the microphone. He refused to let the evening collapse into chaos. Clearing his throat, he looked across the ballroom. "I believe we still have one important announcement." The guests slowly turned back toward the stage. Sophia was still tense. Emma noticed. For a second she hesitated, then Sophia gently reached for Emma's hand. Emma looked down in surprise. Sophia's fingers wrapped around hers, warm, steady, protective. Emma didn't pull away. Together they walked toward the stage. Emma could feel everyone's eyes on them again. Her heart was racing. She still didn't know who Isabella was. She still didn't know why Sophia had frozen. But right now, she had to stand beside Sophia. Grandfather smiled proudly at them. "Today, our family officially celebrates the engagement of Sophia Bennett." Then his eyes moved toward Emma. And Emma Carter. Thunderous applause filled the ballroom. Guests stood and clapped. Some smiled warmly, some whispered, some watched with curiosity. Emma looked around in disbelief. Hundreds of strangers were celebrating her name, her engagement, her place beside Sophia. It still didn't feel real. Grandfather raised his hand again. "There's one more announcement." The ballroom instantly became quiet. Emma glanced at Sophia. Sophia glanced back. Neither of them knew what was coming. Grandfather smiled warmly. "The wedding will take place." Emma's breath caught. Sophia's eyes widened slightly. They both looked at each other. Grandfather proudly announced, "On the 15th of next month." The ballroom erupted into applause once again. Emma forced herself to smile for the crowd, but her voice dropped into a whisper. "We never talked about that." Sophia kept her public smile in place, but leaned closer. "I know." The applause continued around them. Emma looked at Sophia, still shocked. Sophia's expression softened. Quietly, she whispered, "I'm sorry." Emma blinked. "For what?" Sophia gave a small apologetic smile. "I didn't know my grandfather was going to announce the wedding date." Emma let out a quiet, nervous laugh. "I almost had a heart attack." Sophia's lips curved slightly. For the first time that night, Emma saw a real smile on her face. Not the CEO smile, not the polite Bennett family smile, a real one. The kind she didn't show to everyone. For a brief moment, the ballroom disappeared. The clapping faded. The guests faded. Even Isabella's presence felt far away. It was only Sophia and Emma, standing beside each other, caught between a contract and something neither of them was ready to name. Then Sophia noticed a loose strand of hair across Emma's cheek. Without thinking, she gently reached up and tucked it behind Emma's ear. Emma froze. Her cheeks turned pink instantly. "You don't have to do that." Sophia lowered her hand slowly. A faint smile appeared on her lips. "I know." Neither of them realized someone had been watching the entire moment. Across the ballroom, Isabella's eyes stayed fixed on them. Slowly, she began clapping. One clap, then another. The sound was soft at first, then sharp, deliberate. The applause around her slowly faded. Guests turned in her direction. Isabella smiled politely. Too politely. "Congratulations." Emma forced a small smile. "Thank you." Isabella tilted her head slightly. "I hope." Her smile never faded. "Sophia told you everything." Emma's smile slowly disappeared. She looked toward Sophia. Sophia didn't answer. For the first time that night, Sophia couldn't meet her eyes. An uneasy feeling settled in Emma's chest. The ballroom suddenly didn't feel warm anymore. It felt cold, heavy, uncomfortable. Emma quietly asked, "What does she mean?" Sophia remained silent. Her expression said more than words ever could. Before Sophia could answer, Isabella spoke again. "I think..." The entire ballroom held its breath. Isabella looked directly into Emma's eyes. "You should know who Sophia almost married." Emma's heart stopped. Almost married? The words echoed in her head. She slowly turned toward Sophia, but Sophia still looked away. That hurt more than the answer itself. Emma didn't wait for anyone to explain. She couldn't stand there in front of hundreds of people, with everyone watching her face. So she quietly stepped away. At first, no one noticed. Then Sophia did. Emma walked through the crowd, past the golden lights, past the whispers, past the people who had been clapping for her only moments ago. She didn't stop until she reached the quiet hallway outside the ballroom. The music was muffled behind the closed doors. The hallway was empty, cold, silent. Emma placed one hand against the wall and took a deep breath. She tried to tell herself not to care. It was just a contract. 1 year, a deal, a name, a public engagement, nothing more. So why did Isabella's words hurt? Why did Sophia's silence hurt even more? Footsteps echoed behind her. Emma didn't need to turn around. She already knew who it was. Sophia's voice was quiet. "Emma." Emma closed her eyes for a second, then turned slightly. "What?" Sophia stepped closer. "I know you're upset." Emma laughed softly, but there was no happiness in it. "Upset?" Sophia's expression tightened. Emma." Emma shook her head. "You don't have to explain." Sophia looked at her carefully. Emma forced herself to continue. "Anyway, it's just a contract marriage." The words fell between them, cold, sharp. For the first time that night, Sophia's expression hardened. Those words bothered her more than she expected. Before Emma could walk away, Sophia stepped forward. In one smooth movement, she caught Emma gently by the waist and pulled her back. Emma's breath caught. "Sophia." Sophia didn't let go. Her voice was low. It's not the way Isabella is trying to portray it. Emma looked away. "You don't owe me an explanation." Sophia's jaw tightened. "Then why are you running away?" Emma finally looked at her. "I'm not." Sophia took one step closer. Emma stepped back. Her back touched the cool marble wall. Before she could move, Sophia placed one hand beside Emma's head, then the other. Emma froze. Sophia stood in front of her, close enough that Emma could feel the warmth of her breath. She was trapped between Sophia and the wall. But Sophia wasn't rough. She wasn't cruel. She was frustrated, confused, and maybe it hurt. Emma's heart pounded so loudly, she was sure Sophia could hear it. Neither of them looked away. Sophia searched Emma's eyes for several long seconds. Then she spoke quietly. If it's just a contract, she moved a little closer. Then why does it seem like it bothers you? Emma's breath stopped. She opened her mouth to answer, but no words came out. Sophia's eyes stayed locked on hers. You can hide it from everyone else? She paused, but not from me. Emma immediately looked away. Her cheeks turned pink. She hated that Sophia could read her so easily, yet she couldn't deny it, not even to herself. For a long moment, neither of them moved. The ballroom music continued faintly behind them. But in the hallway, everything felt dangerously quiet. Sophia softened her voice. Emma. Emma slowly looked back at her. Sophia was still close. Too close. And for the first time, Emma wondered if this contract marriage was already becoming something neither of them could control.